Welcome back to The Best Beverage. I'm your host, James Wolverton. Appreciate you joining us to learn more about some wonderful music, amazing cocktails, or adult beverages, cocktails right now. And since you have joined us and you obviously enjoy music and adult beverages of all kinds, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Help us grow this community so we can learn more about wonderful music and drinks. So this week's request comes from a very dear friend that I've known more than a few years from Florida. Grew up together, high school and college, a wonderful person. Thank you, Cheryl. And it's a very appropriate request from her because this was the music in the background for us going to high school and college. She requested Jimmy Buffett's songs you know by heart, his greatest hit, parentheses, S hits. Once again, another banner guy. I mean, he's Jimmy Buffett. There's not much I need to say about Jimmy Buffett that most people don't know. He's Jimmy Buffett. Except for a couple things we'll dive into when we start looking at the greatest hits. And there's a reason I keep on pausing on that. But here's to Jimmy Buffett. Believe it or not, it's almost been a year. It was September 1st, 2023. Honestly, it just seems odd that we're living in a world that there's no Jimmy Buffett. I've never known that world, so it's just kind of unusual. It's just always been in the background. The reason why I say hit, parentheses, hits, is we all know these songs. This the greatest hits is amazing, sort of. It's got some wonderful upbeat drinking, fun drinking songs, but I remember listening to this with a good friend of mine up to a buddy's wedding, probably a couple decades ago, and we're like, oh, Cheeseburger in Paradise, happy song, and then it goes into the, Jimmy Buffett tried to be a country music artist and didn't quite work out. He never was a big hit there. It's kind of weird. He never really cracked the top 20 until Margaritaville. And let's go ahead and break into the margaritas. And I'll switch over my notes so I can properly tell you about margaritas. Although we're not sure where the original, and I'll go ahead and start off. We're doing a frozen margarita because it's part of the song. There's booze in the blender. Is it my favorite style? No. I prefer over rocks. I prefer the original. Don't get me wrong. If I'm on a boat or somewhere, I will drink this, but I just prefer the original. Now, no one's 100% sure when this started. They're thinking 48 in Acapulco. Some socialite went down there in Mexico, came up with this. The other idea is this is a sour cocktail, which means there's citrus and a sweetener in it. And those style of cocktails have been called daisies. Margarita is Spanish for flower, but there's no hard evidence on this. So the original is 2 ounces tequila, triple sec, and an orange liqueur. I prefer a Grand Marnier. I like the creaminess of the cognac lends to it. It's really nice. Lemon juice. A newer one, it used to be simple syrup. I prefer a half ounce of agave nectar. It's just really good. And once again, adds that extra agave punch to it. And a lime wheel. Oh gosh, yeah. That's such a good sour cocktail. Go ahead and do if you've watched this channel for a while, or the earlier version, the Tequila Insights, and please, if you're going to have a lot of these, you're not going to feel great tomorrow one way or the other. The next day will not be a good day. But if you want to keep it from being an awful day, whenever you order tequila, make sure it's 100% either blue Webe or blue agave, or just 100% agave. If you see mixto or anything that just says agave on it, do not use that tequila. That tequila will make you feel awful. A mixto legally has to be 51% blue agave, but it could be 49% grain neutral spirits with some kind of flavorings, and it's just not good. That's what makes it really bad. And when you're ordering pictures and pictures of this, the bars are not, especially after your third pitcher, the bar's probably going to start slipping in the mixto if it's just a, any generic bar you're going to. Your fancier places, you're ordering them like this, odds are they'll continue to give you the 100% blue Weber agave. And legally, that's the only kind of, for it to be true tequila, it's got to be this. Otherwise, it's a mixto and it makes you feel bleh. So this one, we're not 100% sure where it came out. The frozen version, which is a great story, I was in Dallas, Texas. People were digging the crap out of this as I have another sip. And who wouldn't? So a gentleman opens a Mexican restaurant, can't keep up with this, goes to his local 7-Eleven, sees the Slurpee machine, ding, 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 incorporates a soft serve machine based on what he saw at a 7-Eleven for Slurpee. Okay, that is really good. Oh, and for the record, just triple second this. It's it's all frozen. I'm sitting on the beach. I'm in a boat. Absolutely going to sip on this. It's great. Same build, but 1971. This is born out of necessity just to make it consistent, slushy, and good. Versus you were getting mixed results with these. So on to Buffett for drinking songs. Hey, got some great upbeat drinking songs. Obviously have Margaritaville, the own technical hit on it. Yeah, because it made the top 10. But the rest of these, your upbeat songs, Cheeseburger in Paradise, 32. Boat Drinks, didn't even chart. Boat Drinks was a B-side that he sang in concert and people loved. Volcano, great song. 30. And Finn's 35. Thank you, Cincinnati. Funny story, growing up in Florida, never saw Buffett in concert. Always would sell out so quick. People loved him down there. But came up here and for Cincinnati, because she came down from Cincinnati and one of the lyrics for Finn's. Love it in that town. Saw him there finally. And he's got some those are, listen to those songs. Everyone knows those songs now. But this was his 70s catalog, and he was not big hits. They weren't. Until Margaritaville, he just didn't really crack the top 40, hardly. Top 10, finally. He went to Paris, not even released. The Pirate Looks at 40. And then come Monday, these were all, just not really big hits. And they were those are also great drinking songs, but they're he's a country music artist, and they're a little slower, they're a little more contemplative, but great tunes. And funny. It's just, you get all excited. Hey, I'm gonna listen to Cheeseburger in Paradise, and next thing you know, he went to Paris, which is definitely a drinking song, but not a happy drinking song. He reminds you he's country music. But kind of funny to think, and really when the album was released, it wasn't a big hit either, but it's just sat around in the charts, and it's 7 times platinum. And then when they re-released it after his passing last year, it went back into the top 10 because, it's Jimmy Buffett. He's an institution now. We all know him. There's the Margaritaville restaurants, the hotel, the blender. It's just such a big to-do. And it's something about, just sticking around. It's just amazing stuff. So that's Jimmy Buffett. Rest his soul. Thank you, because you're right, Cheryl. Growing up, that was always, if we were on a boat somewhere, that was in the background. We were in the beach somewhere, somebody's boombox had that on. You went to get a frozen drink, there was Jimmy Buffett. But now, he is that institution. He's his own subgenre of country and pop music. But just kind of funny to think, growing up, he was around, but he wasn't huge like he was, is now. And rest his soul. Thank you for, just continuing to put out the hard work, the fun drinking songs, the contemplating drinking songs, and just like a good margarita, it'll stick around and well made. And yeah, once again, rediscovered a frozen. That's nice. Not going to be my go-to. This will still be my go-to, but on a boat or cruise or something, and they say frozen, I'll go ahead and do it. If it's before 6, after 6, I'll be sipping on this. It's a bit Jimmy Buffett. Once again, I'm not going to tell you all his background except for the fact he wasn't hugely popular like he is now until this greatest hits stuck around. Everyone listened to it, became great. So I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate it. Appreciate you and Rich always watching. If you like hearing about how, hey, Buffett wasn't a big hit until much later on in his career, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Next couple weeks when I come back, we're gonna kind of revisit some. Strike that. It's gonna be September, August, so we are going to look at another request, something fallish, something a young lady really rediscovering the singer-songwriters of the 70s, and it was perfect for the time it was released. See you in a couple weeks. Take care.